something you haven't heard before.
Hi.
Hi. You should start with more energy when you have this intro, right? You cannot say
Yeah.
hi. Right? You gotta say hi. Because
And then I suddenly feel like, and then, it's 2 seconds. Oh, my goodness.
you should be ready, right? You should be up on the beat and
Up on the beat. Let's say welcome first to all people here in our live chat. Hello, Harrison Family Vlogs, Buddha of Destiny, Namaste. Purple Tube, Jerry Korolchuk. Hello to you there. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. I know all of you know my husband. It's Jacob. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. So we actually, what is that? As you remember, we did last live stream together last Saturday, and we're planning to like making it every Saturday same time. Luckily, we got this again, and just a minute, just a minute. So we've been busy today. What do you think? What you really want to? Ay, my goodness! I hear myself to my phone. Just a minute. Sorry. What can you? What do you want to talk? What do you want?
at these live streams, we decided here to talk about life and happiness and what makes a good life, right? Because
Mhm.
I cannot talk about many things. I do not know much about many things. I know something about two things: about making films and about achieving things in life, because that have been my big passion for many years, to figure out why people do what they do and why some people success and why some people do not success. Why do some people do a lot of progress and succeed with a lot of things, and why is it some people have really difficulties with reaching things? And the fun point is that it's not always the one who have all the resources in life, right? Who have the good family and money, and so who really make the progress in life. That is many times people who don't have anything who really make the big progress in life, right? So
Yeah.
last time we make this, we talked a lot about the ground fundamental things about happiness and having a good life, right? And I think it could be interesting today to talk about progress in life, because I think many of us have sitting out in Corona lockdown and almost getting insane. And
Yeah.
I think we have a very big opportunity here to change something that we can succeed of later after this Corona. But right now we're sitting all home, we cannot do anything. Now is the time to learn a new language, or learn to dance, or open that new company that you have wished for to do for so many years. Right now is the time to do progress, because we can harvest of that later on.
Yeah. Oh wait, the sorry. Buddha of Destiny Namaste. They said, is that a tattoo? Yeah, I know. It's he's the one. Yes, that's yeah. If the one is that a tattoo? He said the one in your arm.
Yeah, that's pretty many of all kind of
I'm
things.
the one who write the one in the left.
Yeah,
Yeah, diba? And then there's someone asked if you're a Danish.
I am a Danish, born and raised Danish.
But I call him Chinese because he have very little eyes. Hello, the beach live, and to everybody, thank you so much for coming into my stream. And today, me and my husband gonna talk about a lot of stuff, and he gonna what is that? Talked about this. How can you how you look forward, for example, life, especially now that we have this crisis? Because
Then
I think
what I look forward to?
yeah, because I think it's so hard to like do what to do if, like, for example, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this. I mean, it's getting hard to be motivated.
Yeah, I think it get hard to get motivated because you're not seeing people, you're not doing anything, and there we really have opportunity to train ourselves and train our minds because we are really getting in. It's very easily to get insane when you not see people, when you not do things. And I was actually quite amazed over when I'm sitting home and I'm gonna work from home. Um, if I go 2 3 days to work and then I come home gonna work 2 days, fine. But more than 2 days, then I can begin to be lazy and it's difficult to motivate me to do things. So I think it's really important here to go out and go for a run and do things that really can keep you up. We had talked about it, right? Because I was really through this corona crisis, I was really need to grab myself and get myself up because I was really experienced that uh, when you not see people, right? It means it really means a lot. But that is the interesting part here, right? Because the corona crisis also give us then opportunities if we just grab them. If we not just sit down and look at Netflix or watching TV or playing games on our iPad, but actually use this time to train ourselves, to train our minds, to learn the things that we always have wished for to learn, or to learn to code websites, or to open that company that we want, and so to do the progress, because progress um, is one of the fundamental things of being happy and have a good life. It's we fail if you think that we can have a status quo. That in human lives we either grow or we slow down, or so there is no status quo. We need to improve ourselves, to grow, to do progress, or else we will slowly go down.
Yeah, that's so true. And I feel like when every day is like you're gonna wake up and then go, like, for example, me, online class, and then after that do again some home and then sleep, and then you need to do some other stuff, which is I'm not very good. He's very good. He's very good to do a lot of stuff. Run a vlog? No. Eating. Tom Lindberg said, "How is it going on with the vaccines in Denmark?" I think his last name is Danish. Where you from? Where you live now, Tom? Because they said, "How is it going with the vaccines in Denmark?"
Yeah, I think it goes slow, but I think actually we are one of the countries in Europe who have vaccinated most people compared to our um, compared to our the size of our country, and so it maybe goes good, but yeah, I think it goes slow because maybe because we are so desperate, we want to get out of this corona crisis, we want to do things and go to a restaurant and go to work and see people and do progress, right? And That's why I think it's interesting today to talk about progress. To change is happening always in life. Our body change no matter if we do something, we change and grow and get big and beautiful. If we not do something, we grow in a different way. It also changes. The weather change, the economy change. Everything is changing in our world, and so people sometimes says to, oh, we're gonna work on changing here. Yeah, but it's the moment you take the decision on doing progress, that really happening something that changing the quality of your life.
Yeah. And then they said the beach life said that was very well said. That's what got me into YouTube. Yes, I guess I think a lot of people, because of this pandemic, a lot of people try to find some other way to do to their life. Like for example in Philippines there's a lot of celebrity, not only celebrities but some private people try to make a YouTube something so they can like earn money also, and also like they have something to do to be active, because you will be insane when you just home do nothing. Yeah. And then Buddha of Destiny Namaste said he is right, it's all new change to us. Yes. Have you can you because you read with this I saw you read a lot of you read books with this kind of progress. How can you see yourself in doing progress? Is it my question is correct?
I don't know, but I think
Maybe you can talk a lot about that one.
we have here in this time we're living in right now, we have all the opportunities we can, right? That never in the entire history of the world been a more interesting time to live in than right now, because all of us, almost all of us, have a device like this in our pocket, and this
Mm.
device is stronger than when you put people to the moon, right? That computer we have there in our pocket is more strong than when they put people on the moon. So it's an amazing opportunity. With that little device, you can today reach millions of people, right, through YouTube or through Instagram or whatever you want. You can start businesses that can grow bigger than ever imagine. It's just a question about reaching out and doing things, because wishing for having a dream and having a vision for something, that's super important, but it's the moment you take the decision and you actually take action of doing something that your life changing. And I think it's right now when we're sitting home here, that is an opportunity to learn right now, to learn all the things that you're gonna harvest later on, right? So whatever it is you wish for, whatever your vision or your dream is in the future, right now is the moment where you're gonna start, right? And also because there will probably be hard times when we come out of corona crisis. There will be economically hard times, and when many of the big companies is having hard times and so, then you can start your little company and get all the opportunities, because you do not have so many expenses, and so you can come in there and actually take a part of the market.
Yeah.
So there is people who earning money in markets who going down. There's always people and opportunities that can where you can grow and where you can build something. And I think the world is changing rapidly right now. They're changing a lot right now. So grabbing that opportunity, finding out what is it people want from you, what is you can give your customer, your audience, to the people around you, that can really change your life for good. Right now is the opportunity.
Yeah. And what can you say about this because a lot of for example doing a lot of YouTube, what maybe you can give some advice, not advice, some idea on how can they make progress to their content, because all of us, for example the travel vlog, they having a problem on what they're gonna put the content. It's that's why even me myself having sorry having a problem and how I will make my content in a good progress, something like that.
Yeah, as I started with saying on, I do not know much about many things, but there's only two things I really know something about: um, happiness, progress in life, and making film. Because film is what I'm doing every single day, and this life quality, progress in life, have been just a hobby for my whole life of why people do some as they do. Um, if people don't know, I work with in the Danish government, making films for politicians. I make film for a lot of big companies here in Denmark, and so. And if I gonna give one advice right now, in the time we're living in, I think we will see in the future that content move from being small small films on Facebook and YouTube that's changing every time to be more concepts. I think if you right now I when I go to my Facebook, I see there come a lot of different things in my feed, but there is being now media companies and bigger companies who begin to make um, programs, specific programs that come once a week, and I begin now not to look up for them in my feed, but actually go in and see it when I know they come. So we probably all of us have a favorite program in our in some TV station, and we don't care if it's sent on one TV station, another TV station, or if it's sent on YouTube. So I think if you can make programs like we trying to begin here to build it up slowly, coming out every Saturday, talking about the same subject. So we begin to build up a program, making it the same topic, the same kind of program. So people think, okay, that's nice. I like to see this. I'm gonna see it every Saturday. So if you're gonna make, if you're gonna grow your YouTube, I think that we will see in the future now that the content will be more concept, more programs that you will go for looking that specific program that specific day, because you know the specific day, you know how long time it will take, you know what the subject will be, you know how long time you will be entertained, and therefore people will not just discover it, they will look for it.
Yeah, like that's why that's the reason why we try I not try that's why we try to decide to make this live stream, and taking time to do live stream together, and let's see if this gonna work out, where like every Saturday, as we said, we do this live stream, talk about real life or happiness or whatever interesting that is about life. So we're hoping this one, so that it's like easy to like search. And then this one said, it's the time to rewind back and think over what went wrong before it's that to change the people's view. That's so true. The situation we have right now, it make us think what is really important, because now the opportunity we have, it's getting, for me, lesser. Am
How
I
do you
right?
mean? How do you mean that it get less?
Like for example, we're lucky here that we're here in Denmark. We live in Denmark, where uh, when people get fired, there's a government who gonna help them, not unlike in Philippines. When you get fired, you don't have money. What you gonna feed to your family? It's something, I don't know how to explain that one. Maybe you can explain and help me.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. That we are lucky to live here in Denmark. That there's a lot of security when you get fired, or you're not going to pay for schools or hospitals, and so you're not going to pay for the vaccines we get here. But it also means that we pay around the half of what we earn to taxes. So
Mm.
of course, if I can choose, I will always choose to live here, because that is nice with that security, and I'm very thankful for that every day. But you can see opportunities in living in your home country in Philippines, and so, because there you not pay so much in taxes, so you have You have an opportunity to to build up things, to do things, to what can you how can you explain this, um to be your own luck, to make your own luck, right? And that is what you need to do there, because you don't have that security net. So you need to build up things yourself. And Philippines is a country. There's a lot of poorness, right? But that also means that a lot of people who need things, and there's a big market. You have 100 million Filipinos. So um, there is really an opportunity for grow and do things. And I think if I was living in Philippines, I will probably look at what function in my industry in other countries, and then I will try to implant that in Philippines. Philippines, if they want, can go can meet a very very wonderful future. But it need again to do progress, to do things, to take decision and change things for your life.
Yeah, because for me, a lot of people think, because of this pandemic, we having this problem. As we saying, rather than think what is the negative to that situation, try to find some positive on how you will be better yourself, what you're gonna do to your life. Because some, for example, some YouTuber, even they are a very small YouTuber, some people like even they don't have a like a very fast internet, they try to figure out how to do vlog. At least they do something to their life. It's just, I think it's about your perspective, if you will be lazy or you're gonna move your ass to do something.
Yeah, but I do not really believe in positive thinking, because I more believe in that you actually do something, change something. You cannot um, you cannot go to your garden and say there's no weed, there's no weed, there's no weed, and then the weed will
Mm.
not be there. You need to pull up the weed and change things, to do things. And you can say the problem about positive thinking is that you need to focus on it always. The moments you need to focus on it, you probably already have a negative thought, right? So
Mm.
it's much better to change something, to do something. And as I was saying a little before, the last time we made this program, that there's people who do things in crisis, that change things, and it's not the crisis, it's not the life circumstances that define your life. It is what meaning you give it, what you do with your life. I find some small stories here earlier today. I would actually like to tell you one of them right here. So there was this guy for now many years ago who failed in his film class on New York University. He also failed in the same class in his college in New York. He actually managed to fail in English in the university. That guy we're talking about is Woody Allen. If you don't know him, he is an actor. He's one of the best producers and instructors, and he is an Oscar winner. So even he failed, he do things, right? It was in 1959. The boss of Universal Pictures, he sent Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds home, and says to Burt Reynolds that he have no talent. He said to Clint Eastwood that he actually lost a little of his tooth. He speak too slowly, and his Adam's apple was too big, so he should go home and get another job because he will never be an actor. And he's one of the biggest actors in the world, right? There was in when was it there was this guy who fired who he owned a nightclub, and he fired the guy who had done um, performed one night for him, and he says, "You have no talent. Go home and get your old job being a truck driver." That guy was Elvis Presley. So it's not about what life give you, because you will get there will be problems. There's no human being who not have problems. The only one who don't have problems is the one on the graveyard, right? So life would give you problems, but in all these problems there is also opportunities. And there is opportunities in any industry during this corona crisis, because people do still have needs, right? People do still need things, want things, want to, to do things. And if you can give what they need, you will you will get a chance to change your life for better.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to have a break. I just want to say thank you to Harrison Family Vlogs for that super duper. Yeah, and thank you, Kuya and Alvin, for being my new members. So so thank you for the super duper 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 chat, Harrison Family Vlogs, and Kuya and Alvin for being my new member. Thank you so much. And guys, to all my members, as I already said it also, that the one that gonna earn to my membership, I will donate it. But thank you guys. And and there's one here. He said that he's also half Danish, and his last name is I have a problem with saying Frederiksen. How can you pronounce it?
Frederiksen.
Well, see, I told you
Frederik.
guys. That's my problem on how to
And that's
pronounce the.
also really difficult.
Yeah, like
Frederiksen.
almost like you need to cast. What is casta up in English?
Throw up.
Yeah, it's almost
And
like
you just gonna squeeze your neck to get it right. Frederiksen, yeah.
Yeah, Felixen. So Felixen, Biking Gaming. You have a very difficult to pronounce last name, huh? Even my husband, Kiamgo. That's how you pronounce. Okay. Well, we go back again. Welcome, guys, to all newcomers to our live stream. Thank you so much. And we are welcome. You are so welcome to come up in the stream, guys. If you want to be part of our panel, you are so welcome. Just say if you want so that I can send a link in the live chat so we can ready. I not ready man oy.
Some of the things that could be interesting to hear from all of you guys here is what opportunities or what wishes, what dreams that you're sitting with out there. What is now we the world is changing, right? And what do you dream for? What do you dream for doing with these new opportunities coming out? And what is your struggles? What is that you think that holding you back for doing what you really want, what you really wish for?
I have a lot of struggles on how to pronounce Danish. Same here. F is difficult. I have problem with F and P on how I pronounce it. So and then that's why when I say when there's a letter F here, like for example, what the fuck instead of what the fuck. Ganun. Sorry, YouTube. The right way, hello to you, ah. And I remember you say something. You say something about it's not about how they will hit you. It's about how you can take that hard. How do you say that in word? Like it's not about how that problem will hit you. It's about the one you're telling that it's not
Yeah,
about how it hit you.
as I said before, it is not the life circumstances who defines your life. It's what you do with your life. It's what meaning you give it. And as we talked about last time, that everything that happens in your life, you need to give it a meaning. But what meaning you give these things who happen determines a lot of how your life will end up, what your life quality will be. So as the example I gave you last time here, that if a woman get attacked or raped or anything, that can be that she can give it the meaning, very understandable, that she can never trust anyone anymore, and she needs to lock herself in and just stay indoor because the world is changing and everything is horrible. I can understand that. But again, there's also women who says this is the beginning of that. I'm gonna change things. This is never gonna happen for anyone else, right? I'm gonna fight for this now. And the meaning of these things for the same experience is understandable, both of them, but the last meaning will change and give her a lot more quality in life. So every time something happened for us, right, then we need to give it a meaning. And when you stand there and your car breaks down and says, why is this always happening for me? Then we give it the wrong meaning. We're asking the wrong questions for ourselves, right? Instead of I don't know that is difficult, but asking yourself the question is on how can I prevent this will not happen again, and how can I actually get something good out of this situation? How can I um, change the wheel or the things in and still having a good time? Because when you're getting stressed in this situation and you have your kids on the back seat and so that will they will learn things out of that of this experience. So the more in control you can be, you cannot always be in control, but the more you can train yourself in being in control, the better quality of life you will have.
Yeah, and I agree to that. And also, like, it's something like, there's a saying, the past or the bad happened to your life, that's not how define you. It defines on how you gonna do better to your life. For example, you have a bad past, or you have experienced a lot of uh, ano ba yun?
Yeah, because
Yeah, can you
the,
explain? My goodness, my English.
your past and your past experience do not determine your future, right? And you
Correct.
see, what is her name? J.K. Rowling, who write Harry Potter, right? When she write that story, she sent it to a publisher, and the first publisher turned her down. She
Mm.
sent it to a new one. The second one turned her down, and she did that actually to 12 different publisher until someone says, "That's good. We want to publish this." And just imagine if she not have continued. She have said, "Okay, the first one didn't like it, so it's probably bad, so I will not send it to anyone." Then the world will have been a lot more poor because we will not have all these amazing experiences and open up that whole universe, right? And her personal life will have been a um, lot more poor, right? Not only in experiences but also economically. Um, so it is not your past experience that determines if you will succeed or not. I don't know if you know the story about KFC, right? The guy who made KFC was this. I think actually he was going on pension, right? And he get this first check for pension and says, "I cannot live off this." And says instead of just saying, "Oh, why, what's your not now cannot do anything." He actually he asked the right questions. Ask himself, okay, how can I change this? What do I have that can change this? The only thing he had was a recipe on a chicken. So he go to the first guy and he says, now we're gonna see here. I have a recipe on a chicken. I don't want to sell it to you. I just want a percentage of every chicken you sell. And just look at him and says, "What do you think? I have my own recipe." Right? And he tried and he tried and tried. And I don't remember. There is a story about how many times he tried, but that was I think around 1,000 or something, right? And I think the most people, I think I will have stopped after the first 100, right? And said, "Ah, I'm gonna look my recipe up, right?" But he continued, and now it's one of the world's biggest restaurants chains in the world, right? So it's not about what other people say to you. It's not about what life gives you. If you continue and you continue and continue, then the only thing that there is when you actually succeed. And it is this that we also talked about last time, that how many times will you try to learn your kid to walk? Because you will say, I will never stop. He gonna learn to walk. I will continue until he learn it. Oh, magic formula. Because that is the same here, right? If you're gonna try out something, see if it works. And if that not works, then you're gonna try something else. And if that not work, you try something else. And you will continue that until you succeed. And it is actually not that complicated. The difficult part is to keep up your motivation and believing in that this will succeed one day. And there can be that on your way you're gonna look at say, okay, what can I do different? What can I learn from this so I can do it better next time? You're not just going to do the same thing every time, right? If you hit your head into the wall and get, then you will get the same result every time. You need to find something else to hit that wall down with. A hammer or something will be better.
Yeah, you always say that to me, like, why try not to the other way? So if the other one not function, why you keep on repeating that? Try the other one. He always said that to me, guys. Viking Gaming said your struggles and mistakes you learn from then, and only then you can move forward in life.
Yeah.
And then when we learn from this mistake, we move forward. Oh, that really gives meaning.
And then it's just important that we learn the right thing. That if J.K. Rowling get a letter from the publisher that says this is not good enough, she's not gonna take that in and says no. Then they know a lot about books, and that's probably not good enough. She's gonna ask the other question and says, okay, how can I change it so it will be good enough? What can I do so it will be good enough? So we're gonna learn the right way, not take the negative perceptions of our learnings.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's very natural for a human being to say, no, then it's not, then it's probably not good enough. Then I'm not gonna do this. And
That's most people do. Like when they
yeah,
fail,
but
they stop.
what do we see to say to kids, right? When they come in and says, "Oh, I fall on my bicycle. What should I do?" Try to do it differently. Then they come in and then they fall down again and say, "What should I do?" Try something else. That's what we say to our kids, right? And we're just gonna learn to try to do it ourselves. It's difficult, right? I think all of us have done this, and said, then it probably not function, and it's not that important. And when we start out to wish to do something, have a vision, something we really want to achieve, it's super important to find out why you want to do this. I mean, and what is specific you want to do. If you say, I just want to be rich, I want to be richer, super, then you give $5 here, now you're richer, right? You need to be very specific. What is you want and why is it you want it? Because the why is extremely important when you do progress, because there will be hard times. There will be times where you're gonna go up early and it's cold outside and you don't want to do this, or everything is just a mess. And there is it, you're still gonna stand up and says, I want to do this.
That's the difficult one sometimes.
Yeah, you can only do that if you really know why you're doing it. That is, you want to change your life for your kids, or you will prove that you can do this, or whatever can be the reason, your reason. But if you not have a reason that is strong enough, you will never succeed. It's super important. I do media training with a lot of politicians, and one of the first questions I ask them is always, why should I vote on you? Because if you not have that fundamental thing of why I should vote on you,
Because I'm beautiful? Maybe.
That can be. That can be. I will maybe come with some critical questions after, but that at least it is an answer. And there's many who not have an answer why they're doing things, why they fighting for things. Why is it that you want to do this? And it's gonna be very, very specific. The more
So it's
specific, the more strong the reason is, the bigger chance there is that you will succeed.
if you know what you really want to, why are you doing that?
Yeah. What is it you want and why is it you want it?
And Sweet, we said, yes, we have choices. Based on your choice, determine the outcome, whether positive or negative.
Did we
And
get any comments about what people wish for to do out there and what is holding them back? Actually, that could be super interesting to hear.
what is the question? I will write it. Because guys, if you want to go up to our stream, you are so welcome. I send the link. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So you're the one who gonna talk to my husband there. What is the oh my goodness, I'm getting what is the question? What?
I say that it could be super interesting to hear in after this Corona crisis here. What is it that you still dream of out there, and what is it that holding you back for doing it? It's super interesting to hear the dreams of people, and why is it they not are able to succeed right now doing the things they want? What is the struggles they have?
So I hope there's someone who wants to go up. I don't know if the Rice we said he wants to go up here in the stream. One of my barely good friend here. I don't know. He's hiding there. And they said here, this one. I wonder why someone decided to be homeless. Why and stay in those circumstances for years. That's interesting. I wonder why someone decided to be homeless. But maybe you can elaborate that one.
I think it depends a lot of uh, where in the world you are living. There can be circumstances. I mean, you and I have been out and film and photographer people who are living on the street because
Yeah.
they don't have any possibilities. They were living in Philippines, in really really poor areas, and they do not have they cannot see the possibilities because you can see if you're living on the streets, you only have one set of clothes. It can almost not be worse than that. So there is really possibilities for progress here, right? There's really possibilities for do things, but it depends a lot of the circumstances that how people again. How are you viewing your circumstances? What is it you think? Why life give you what you give? And we come back to that there's people here in even in Denmark, right? They have money, who have resources, who have family, but still choosing to living on the street or living poor or having the bad job and so and maybe don't even have a job because they're asking the wrong questions to themselves, right? And say, why is this happening for me? Why I am so fat, and why can I not get the right job, and so. And the fun thing is that your brain working a lot like a computer, so it will run for the questions. The problem is just that a computer, if I type something into my computer and it cannot find the answer, it will come up as this error. I cannot find the answer. But if you ask the wrong question to your brain and says, "Why am I so fat?" Then just run through and says, "Because you're an idiot," right? Instead of asking the right question and saying, "How can I lose weight and maybe even have fun?" And then the brain will run and run and run and say, "There is these possibilities," and it's a lot more powerful question that will bring a lot more energy and life quality to your life. It's a lot about what is the communication we have internally with ourselves. What is it for questions we ask ourselves? That's determine a lot about how our life will turn out. If you will end on the street or you will end in a penthouse.
Yeah, like for example, if we will relate it to, for example, YouTube, instead of asking, like for example, why I'm not getting trending videos, or why my channel not growing, instead of asking that question, try to ask like, what I gonna do to make my channel better, what I gonna do to make the viewer interested to my channel.
Yeah, and
But some, as I said,
look at what other the channels who really function, who have millions of subscribers. What is it they do? What is the secret? Because you can learn a lot of just looking at what people do right, and you can, if you copy some of the things that some of the factors. You're not going to copy the content. You're going to copy the things that make success. That means, okay, are they posting every week? Are they doing um, programs, specific programs, or are they doing? Are they filming specific places or something? Then you can do your version of it, but to look at what is the patterns for success and do some of the same things, then you will get some of the same results. If you want to be a very good ballet dancer, you're gonna find one of the best ballet dancer and ask him, how he do it, what he think of, how he move, how much he train, why he train, how he train. And if you do some of the things that he do, down to what he eat and what he think and what he believe in, then you will get some of the same results, just in your way, in your personality.
Yeah. And then there's also here, we also need to put ourselves in positive atmosphere. If we are around negative people, we tend to follow. So it's really important to be around positive people having the same goals. Yes, that's true. That's what we talked about it also last Saturday. Like, if you've been around with the people with always have hate or say a lot of gossip, for example, or jealousy, you tend to be the same as that person. So you should be uh, around with the people with have a same goal as you are. Am I right?
I think it's very natural to jump on these things, right? That's something we all tend to do sometimes. But I think if um, you really know what you are and what you want and where you're gonna go and have your goal in focus, then it's a lot easier not to jump on these things. And in that progress where you will probably change to succeed, and you will probably also see people who getting jealous or angry and so on, says, oh, you change. Yeah, hopefully I change, because that is what life is about, to change to better always. And if you are around people who is a lot of negative, and so it is super easy to jump on that. But keeping yourself in mind and keeping yourself in focus and says, this is what I want to do, then you can navigate through it. But there will probably be people who, when you succeed or when you do things and when you try to achieve things, there will be people who says, oh, why are you doing that, and you're only thinking of yourself. And so, no, I'm not, I'm just try to improve and get progress. But
Mm,
when you do that, you remind the other people about that they're not doing something.
mm,
That is making them fearful, because now you are risking something. It is risky to do progress. It's risky to put kids in the world. It's risky to get a new job. It's risky to get married. It's risky to live. And I
mm,
promise you, you will not get out of life alive. Um, so it is just risky to do things, but that is, if you not do it, then you will pay a very, very high bill. It is that will get a higher bill not to try to do something, not to try to work on yourself. Progress is a very, very important part of having a quality life.
yeah. And also like there's what is that called, we have, like for example, in here in YouTube, I always relate to YouTube, so the people in the live chat can follow also. Like for example, oh, you change. So now guys, if people said to you, you change, and then you will said, oh, thanks God I changed, so I do something better to my life. So you know now the answer, ah. When you begin the question with your when you begin the question with why you're on the wrong track, why you're on the wrong track. Yeah, I think that's the one that you're talking, that when you keep on asking the wrong question, so you're gonna follow or you're gonna continue with the wrong track. That's what I guess the mean. And then this one, you must have original content and really just be yourself. Don't try and compete with others. You will not find success. Yes, that's very true, because a lot of people, not a lot of people, I think that's how the, what is that called? Evolution thing?
You see, there's every year there's this contents of content, competition of who will be the best Elvis Presley. But it is always only copies, right? It's not the original. So
Mm.
it's a lot more fun to be the original one, right?
Man, have you believe in luck or success? Because some people said when you trending because you just been lucky or something like that. But do you believe in luck?
I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in there's not such thing as luck. There is where you put yourself in a situation where there will open up chances that you can take. And that means that you can from outside it will look like, oh, you're so lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I'm just putting myself in a situation. I've trained and trained and trained and trained and worked and worked and worked on these things. So I'm sitting up in a situation where they open up chances, and I can say yes to one of these chances, and then it will look like that I'm lucky. But they don't see all that work that is behind that luck.
Oh. And there's people will always jealous. Focus what you need and want to do. The best revenge is success. That's so true. And then this one, focus on the people who want to see you succeed. Don't consume your mind with people who don't. If you do, you are reacting on emotion instead of facts.
But you can also you can use these things, right? All the negative comments, you can use it as energy, right? I think I also last time we do this told a story about when I go to school. I was really terrible at school. I hated school, and I have this one teacher who was really really horrible to me, and that was my burning energy through pretty long time in my life to prove that I was wrong. And I remember the first time I stand in front of the Danish Prime Minister and told him how to walk and talk and act in front of a camera. And then I think, okay, now I proved that she was wrong, that I was right in what I was doing and what I was thinking, that I could act, I could do something, and that I could reach a high, what do you call it, potential.
Potential. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really important for me to prove, and that was energy out of a negative experience.
And some people agree in the live chat, there is no luck. We make it ourselves. Oh, di ba? And they agree, host, agreed host, luck doesn't exist. And then Viking said, don't work, hard work smarter.
Mm. Yeah.
That's so true. And what is that? Viking smart and wisely. That's so true. And guys, thank you so much guys for having all of you here in our stream. And if you still want to go up to our stream, you are so welcome. And because we're trying to make this like short live stream, but if you have something to share with us, you are so welcome. Am I right? I'm asking my co-host. Yes, and they said here, negative criticism should not destroy your self-esteem. Instead, the opposite. Oh, self-esteem is very important to every person. Sometimes I forgot that. I always not always, but sometimes I used to forget that. And then it's good I have him he always try to motivate me to do something to myself. You know what guys, my advice is always good to have a person that will motivate you, that will help you through your journey to your life. Because if for example me, as my experience, yes.
It's just yeah, that's really easy for you to say that because you have a husband who really interesting in these things, right? So I'm using a lot of time of reading books and do these things, and you are uh, my little test person, right, to see if this is working, right? But
It really
but
do.
there's many people out there who don't have, but believe me, that is it's so easy today to get all these positive thoughts and so out in. I mean, all of us have this phone in our pocket, and we all have access to free YouTube, and there is lying all this content whatever you want to know or whatever you want to put a positive thoughts into your mind is lying there. There's hours of positive thoughts. Coaches and people who's very very good, who sit and talk about these things of how you change your life and how much you to help you grow. So really use it. There is so much good content out there. You can pay for it, and there's free stuff, and it's all good. It's just every single day to put positive things that grow, that make you grow in. Read these books. I've never have much time to read books, but I hear a lot of books. So while I'm driving, while I'm making food, while I'm training, and so I'm hearing books, and it filled my head with stuff. Right, there is so many minutes through a day where you can fill your head with different stuff, with knowledge. And if you put all this knowledge into your head, when after a year, when you have used every free minute on filling your head with stuff, you have learned so much.
It's good you have you. I have you. You're my book because I'm not I'm not a book lover. Lover book lover. I'm not like that. And Filipino Senior Blog said, Rona Blog, you revealed. Yes. I actually don't have po a problem of telling that uh, sometimes I have problem with it self-esteem or I'm not very good in reading books. I actually honest about it, about myself, what is like, for example, language. I'm also not very good about it. I, as you said before, as you said to me, the only thing about this honesty and about this what is that you called? I forgot almost what you said. About being responsible of who you are, something like that.
Yeah, I think one of the very super important things in life is that you are responsible for everything. And it seems weird, but just imagine if you are not where you want to be in your life, it's no one else's fault than your own. If you don't have the car that you want, if you don't have the job that you want, if you don't have the love of your life as you want, that if you don't have the house that you want, is the only one you can blame is yourself. It's not your society, it's not your co-workers, it's no one, it's not your family, it's not your mom or dad's fault, it's your fault. It's you who gonna take responsibility of everything. If guys in the traffic not talk to you as you want, if your co-workers do not do as you want them to, then it's you who have the responsibility, because the moment you take responsibility for everything in life, you are able to change it. If you just point fingers and say, oh, he's or her fault, then that will not change anything. The moment you take responsibility, you are able to change everything, whatever you want.
Yeah. That's you always tell me, but people tend to blame others. I think that's how
Natural.
people.
It's so easy,
It's
right?
natural.
I mean,
Mm.
have you seen how much I shout of people in the traffic?
He, yeah.
I always blame out there. He's the idiot, right? At the moment you take responsibility yourself, then we can change something.
Yeah, but I think that's natural reaction of people to like hold up, like instead of
Yeah,
when you're in that situation, it's so hard to put it yourself. But sometimes when you go back to your own self, own Jacob,
but
then you remember, okay.
that's what we talk about here, right? That this is like a training your own mind, right? We always train our muscles to be strong and beautiful and so, but we're also going to train our mind to be strong and beautiful. So um we tend to do natural things like it's not natural to go and train our muscles. It's hard and we get sweaty and it's not feel nice, but the muscles grow and get big and beautiful. We're going to train our minds so we can stop doing the things that not is the best for us, so we can get the best out of our life. So
Mm.
it's a lot about training our mind to get the best version of ourselves, to stop doing the things that maybe is natural but not doing the best for us.
Yeah. And then they said Biking Gaming said this This has always been my favorite affirmation. Face your fears, live your dreams. Oh,
Mm.
that's a good one. Because that's the only what is that? We can do. Am I right? Face your fears, live your dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because when you face your fears, then you mostly do progress because there you change something. Then when we're gonna change something, we either need inspiration or desperation, and most of the times is when we are desperate. That is where we make the biggest difference, right? But then we really say, when then we take the real decision and says, from now on, I'm never gonna do this, or yes, I gonna marry you, or yes, I gonna do this, or no, I never ever gonna do this. Then we are changing our life and we are facing what we have been feared before, that we and the most of the things we do in life, there is a small risk, some of the things bigger than others. When quitting your job and starting a new company, it is fearful, and but it's also super funny and interesting, and have the possibility to really get huge and change your life for good.
Yeah, and then there's one more here before we're gonna end our live stream, because we're gonna want to make it like a short live stream, and because we're thinking to
Short
have a
live
people.
stream, 1 hour. Is that short? I don't know. I mean, you make long live streams. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's someone here said, when I started YouTubing, someone in my live streaming said, I don't have a chance to be monetized. Now just laughing about it, looking back.
Yeah, and that's so
Yeah,
true, right? Success is the best revenge,
I
and
experienced that too.
and we have talked a lot about also last time about these negative comments, right? That it hits so much, and always look at on that. Okay, there's maybe 100 positive comments, then they have two negative comments, and there's these two negative comments that really hit you. Um, but
But
most of
sometimes
the
it's
time,
hard.
yeah, but most of the times you have this young guy sitting in his underwear eating chips and writing this negative comments, right? And that is just him letting out all that he's not doing anything with his life, and he's jealous on you that you're actually trying to do something. And it's a lot more respect in trying, even you try very terribly, but just to try to do something, at
Mm,
least try. But but it also, um, it's important to train and do your best, and not just. I mean, I see people on YouTube here just turning on the camera and sitting and looking. You need to have something to give. You need to say, okay, I'm gonna stream in the best quality. I want to give something to my audience, because
mm,
else you will never grow. You're always gonna give more than you take.
mm. Yeah, that's so true. And then they say here, I don't dream big on my age right now. Just happy to be a vlogger. Yes, she is a
So
Filipina living
interesting
here
here,
in
right?
Denmark.
Why not dream big, actually? Why is age why do age limited you? I mean, I see so many times when we talk about this subject, then people says, I cannot do this because I'm a man, or I'm a woman, or I am brown, or I'm white, or I cannot do this because I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too young, I do not have the right education. There's so many limiting beliefs, because you being a Filipino senior blog here in Denmark, I mean, there's a lot of people in Philippines who would like to hear from you, and you can really grow this big, right? I mean, what is it? You're around 100 million Filipinos in Philippines, and there's so many who's interested in here, of people who have changed their life, as you must have been, out of your title, and move from one side of the of the earth to the other side of the earth. There's so much interesting content, so much possibilities there, and age is really, really not a reason for that you should not grow super big. Age, color, gender, education. There's nothing that the world history is filled up with proof of that people with no education or don't think they have the right color or don't have think they have the right age, either young or too old or whatever they think, but they still done it. That we're gonna really work on our limiting beliefs. We all have them. We all have beliefs in that we think, I cannot do this because of. And the
Mm.
most of the times, if it's nothing to do with what really is there. Um, there's so many possibilities out there.
Yeah. And the last what they say here, uh, Filipinas senior said it's a private reason. And then Larry said, if you aim nothing, you'll hit it every time. Sigla, one of my
And Zig
favorite
Ziglar,
quotes.
he's if anyone out there don't know Zig Ziglar, then go in and there's a lot of content with him in YouTube. I think
Me,
he actually passed away for not a long time ago, if I remember right. He is an amazing guy. He was this motivational speaker. He write a lot of books and so, and he is really amazing.
wow, you know that? I don't know that person.
Then you should see Zig Ziglar. Really, go do me a favor when we end this. Anyone out there, go in and see Zig Ziglar. He's so amazing. This really American accent, and he um,
Larry,
he is super interesting.
you give me assignment, Larry. And they say, agree with your guest host. Always be the best version of yourself in everything you do, and always think that we can do more. That's what you're in your tattoo. And do more work. Ano? Do more work harder. What is that?
It is do more, work harder, and that is because we have a tendency as human beings um, to just do what feels okay to do, right? Not to do. Let me actually do a little try something with you, Rana. Okay, Rana, put your arm up as high as you can.
Up?
Yeah, put it up a little higher.
This already up.
Put it up a little higher.
Are you already up?
Yeah, see, you could put it up a little higher. Why do you not put it up the maximum when I ask
Because
you to
I
put
thought
it
it's
up?
already higher because I already give it in
But
the.
we can always press yourself a little. We can also stretch a little more. And that is what my tattoo reminds me of. Always try to do a little more, to pressure a little more, to be a little better, to stretch and be. If I do a little more every day, then I will get a lot better in the end. It is like when you have a ship, right, and that ship have a course, and if you just change that a little bit, then in the end it will be a big difference. So you're always just gonna try to push yourself a little.
Last one for me, guys. Write your goals down on paper and stick it on your fridge so you see your goals every day to remind yourself out of sight, out of mind. Zig Ziglar.
Yeah.
Wow! All of you is very intelligent. What happened to Rona Vlog?
And that's right, and that's uh, precisely Viking
Oh
Game
my
Gear
God.
really have something here because focus and keep on having focus on your goal, because when you get hit by this we call every day, right, then a tendency to not have focus on it, to get a little no, I'm not gonna work it on today, but put something on what the really is the meaning, what is the really reason, what is the really motivate you, and put it where you see it every single day. That is what will make you go up early or go to bed late and so on. Just work on your dream. That is really focus is so important.
That's so curious that Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar.
Yeah, he was an amazing guy.
Oh. Oy guys, we are super duper happy to see all of you here. And guys, if you are so in we're hoping that we can do it again next Saturday, same time, 11 p.m. Denmark time, 6 a.m. Philippines time. And I don't know in US time because US have a lot of time zone. But I guess we are advanced 6 hours from US time.
I think it
Thank you
depends on
so
where
much,
you
guys.
is.
What?
I think that depends of where in US. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. There's a US, and then there's Canada, US, US, US. Thank you po. Thank you so much. We super duper 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 appreciate you guys. I hope next our live stream will. There's a people who wants to go up to our stream, so you will be our guest. Thank you so much, and thank you, Skat. Thank you. I'm not used to call his name. I used to call Skat. It's like, honey.
The fun thing is in Danish, skat can means honey,
Tax.
but it also means tax. So I don't
I
know
don't want
what
tax.
here.
Much better honey. So thank you po. Thank you so much. Wait guys, to those who wants to connect my just I want to promote your channel. To those who wants to connect to my co-host, my husband there out there over there. He is the one that I pin on this live stream. Please click his link. You will enjoy his content. Let's push him to give to push his goal because he's so shy type. Shy type? Shy type, not today, but he's shy type. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for having you. And go this one. Let's rate this one. Ayan. Say run a vlog raid. Okay? Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you, Sket. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, guys.